So, I am going live with you guys to answer some comments that I got on a previous video about what would be the best undergrad program to go into when you are trying to get your schedule together, based on like what classes you need to take or what you may need to major in order for you to be on the road to naturopathic school or medical school or the medical field. So, we're going to talk about all of that. So, first thing, you can really major in anything. The thing is, you want to take the science classes that you know that you're going to basically that are going to be your requirement classes to get into medical school. So you can be a business major if you feel like, eventually later on down in the line, you want to go into business at a later part, or that's a bigger part of your journey than medicine, or medicine is a part, but you also see a future in business. You can major in business and then take the science classes that you need in order to have your requirements to get into medical school, because it's a matter of classes, right? So I majored in public health sciences. So classes I took were nutrition and health, wellness, global health. We talked about stats. We talked about pandemics, epidemics. So, public health is the study of preventative health. So, a lot of it is not only preventative, but we take what has already happened and we figure out how to make it better or to prevent it from happening again, right? So, and we bring awareness to, sorry, and we bring awareness to preventative like measures and things that you can do in the preventative world. But yes, so you can major in anything. It doesn't really matter what you major in. I got a degree in public health. If I had to do it again, I might honestly probably did go ahead and get a business major, but take the classes that I need in order to get into medical school, because it's like, don't quote me, but there's just a specific classes that you have to take in order to get to medical school. You know what I mean? So your whole undergrad does not have to be dedicated to science if you want to do other things. They definitely encourage that because it shows that you're well rounded. It shows that you are interested in a lot of things. It shows that you've been in a lot of places, a lot of different environments, a lot of different groups. And if you want to be a doctor, you have to know how to do that. So it definitely prepares you for that. Secondly, if you are in undergrad, the best thing you can do is utilize your counselor. It sounds at first like, maybe I can figure it out, but really use your resources, use your counselor, because they're going to help you figure out what your path may be. Or they'll also, it's 2022 now. So you're able to help people figure out what their personalities are. They have all these tests and these online places that these professional like psychology based quizzes and tests that you can take to figure out what your interests are. And it's way more developed than I remember when I was like 2017 when I was going to college. So I can imagine now. So utilizing your counselor is very important. And utilizing your tutors. Like if I was in undergrad, I would have had way more tutors than what I had, because I had the potential to be even better than what I was. And I never got to that because I was like, oh, I'll figure it out myself, like, no, like you really can't figure things out yourself. You have to be willing to get support and call in a team. So, third thing I would say is honestly, you have to just like jump after these kind of things when it comes to undergrad, because in undergrad you're going to be still developing. You don't really know fully what you want to do, where you want to kind of be. So you have to be flexible. What I would say is if you know, take the thing that you feel like interests you the most and let that play. Interests. I knew when I got to Xavier, I was going to do science. That's what you go to Xavier for. Shout out to all the Xavierites. But that's what you go to Xavier for. So I knew I was doing science, but I didn't know what part of science I wanted to do. I knew health administration. I was like, ah. And then I said, PA, and I was like, ah. And then I said pre med because that's what you do if you want to, like, that's like the strictest way to get to the doctor route. So I said, oh, pre med. And then I realized that pre med was just too pre medi for me. And then I found out about public health sciences, which is preventative health, which makes sense because look at what I'm doing now, right? Preventative health, more holistic, oriental, getting to the problem, to the root, right? So I love public health sciences. So I would definitely encourage anybody to go into public health sciences if you feel like that's a lane that you really like and you want to pour into that. That definitely opens up the world of naturopathic medicine. That was an amazing introduction for me. So I definitely would encourage that program if you feel like that's something that you're interested in. But what you can do is the school that you want to go to their website, go to the major, and they should have like information about what each major kind of entails and like what kind of jobs and opportunities that could be available in that field outside of undergrad. So I hope that answers your question about the undergrad part, because I know how it feels to kind of be figuring out like what's gonna be best, and you don't want to like mess up and then like you not be happy and then you waste time and then you waste money, because who has time to be wasting money? Nobody. Nobody. So I get that, but best thing for you to do, one, go off your interests. Two, use your counselors and get after it and just go with your heart. You know what I mean? Like go with what feels good. Like if you know that you love science and you could see yourself like being a doctor, but you could also see yourself running a business and running a couple of businesses, a private practice, but also you want to have a product, then maybe business is more of your interest. You just have to make sure that you take those science classes that you need so you can check off those boxes when they're looking at your prereqs to get in to medical school. You want to be able to say, oh, I took stats. Oh, I took organic. Oh, I took physics. Oh, I took this. You don't have to dedicate your whole entire degree to it. You know what I'm saying? So go with your heart, go with what feels right. But I do think um I'm gonna go to the comment. I'm gonna go to the comment real quick. I was like, you guys still see me? So I got a comment, which is where this live is coming from. Shout out to her. D Lifestyle. Getting a bachelor's in health and wellness. Is it a great start? So I hope that answers that. But yes, getting a bachelor's in health and wellness is an amazing start. And I think it's even cool that your school would even offer that, because getting a bachelor's in health and wellness, if that was a degree, I would, apparently it is, right? That's what you're saying? Girl, I would go for that. I would be all in. Yeah, I'd be like, what? It's the wellness part that got me because I love a good wellness. Yes, health and wellness. Yes, I got a bachelor's in health and wellness. Girl, yes, I like that. So, yes, that's a great start. You should go for that. This live is dedicated to you, girl. But I also wanted to give you guys just some general information about undergrad and just encouraging you to like really just like go after it when it comes to undergrad. like it's a good thing to try things and then fail, like it's a good thing that you're in a situation, you're in an environment where everything is still very new and it's unrefined, so you have so many opportunities to refine it, you know what I mean? Like, you want to try this, because I went from a pre-med major into a public health sciences major, and I loved it, and it was the best thing I could have done, because I saw how I wasn't really performing in my pre-med classes because I didn't really care that much in that point. So if you feel me, if you know, you know. So I changed my major and I loved it. So I definitely encourage you guys to be willing to shed when you get to undergrad, or just, I mean, throughout life, even in medical school, you have to be able to shed, and it's okay if you try something and it doesn't work and you want to try this, or you want to like try something else, and then like you want to do both, like like there, it's, the world is so endless, you can really do anything, you can do anything when it comes to that. So I encourage you guys, I want to get you guys here. I encourage you guys to be encouraged by that, and like just take that by the reins, and like just just it's literally like riding a bull, like you're riding a bull and you have to be able to ride the waves, right? But when you finish, you get the glory to say that you held on the longest. It's about, pushing through. It's not about being strong, it's about being dedicated. So be excited about that, especially in undergrad. Undergrad is such a young and amazing and great time. I think everybody who has ever went to school would love to be back in college, in undergrad, and to have those experiences again, because I mean, the glory about like learning and like being an undergrad and like working through everything and like shedding off and like liking this but then liking that and then realizing you hate that, so you got to go this way, then realizing maybe that's just not realistic for you and the lifestyle you want, so you might have to go this way, being able to really just kind of do that, and like, how would you say it? I think I've already said it in multiple ways, but just being able to shed off. I think that's the best way to put it. Being able to just be adaptable. That's the word. Be adaptable to everything that you want to do, because we're forever growing. So we have to be okay with knowing that I'm not the same person. I don't like the same things as them. I don't like the same person, or I don't like the same ideas that this person has, or I like this, but I don't really like that. Like, you're okay. So be encouraged in undergrad. But also, just honestly, y'all, this trimester has taught me just to be encouraged, like, period. It's life is life. You can't control. You don't want to control. You want to leave it to God. You want to take your hands off of it and let Him handle it, because He is way stronger. And thank God that He's stronger, because He died on the cross so that you can just focus on being a great person and having peace and having discipline. These things are good, and undergrad is such a great start for that. And just even making the decision to come to medical school and be serious about that, like, there's so much that you shed, right? Give it all to God. Hey, Noble Care, giving it all to God. But life is just forever changing. And we all have dreams and we all have aspirations, and we've all been through things that nobody could ever know, nobody could ever understand, things that make us feel so alone in this world. I feel like we all go through that. And see, the greats and the legends are the people that can shed, and they're like riding the test, and they're okay with not knowing everything, and they're okay with thinking that they knew, but then realizing that they didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay to make a lot of mistakes, like, because you have to sculpt yourself, you have to craft, right? You have to break, Things have to chisel off and things have to be shaped and refined and smoothed and sharpened. And like, this is like, life is like, it's a ever growing thing, you know? It's like a plant, like it's forever growing. Then it sheds during the season, but then it always comes back. Like, it's that's like literally a great analogy too. It's like the seasons of life, but like all of them have their beauty. Because you know what? When I moved to Chicago to come here, I was like this, and okay. I went to high school in Colorado Springs, so I wasn't like too trippy about it. Colorado Springs is in Colorado, which snows. We know that. If we know anything about Colorado, we know that it snows. So I actually didn't mind Colorado, but it's a different type of snow in Chicago. It's like a windy snow, so it's like cold, cold. And I was like, I do not want to subscribe to this. And as the season changed and I saw how it could be brittle, cold wind, but still also so beautiful because it's like literally white outside and it's snowing. It's like winter wonderland, literally. And then it gets to fall and then summer and then spring, and you see the leaves changing, how they were just brittle. Now something in them, and they're sprouting, and now they're blossoming. Now there's color everywhere. Now the sun is out. It's like, but all of it is so great. And I think that's what makes us like, I think that's the worth of it all. You know what I mean? The worth of it all is the season of it all. There's no worth in something that just always stays the same. Worth has to accumulate, right? You got to go through some shit, to be honest. If I can even say that on YouTube, you have to go through shit. Shit that you don't want to go through. But then that's where the guy comes in. Let me not cuss because we were just talking about God. Lord, forgive me. I'm just being honest. But either way, I hope that answers a lot of your questions. I hope that answers a lot of your questions about the undergrad piece. And just like stay encouraged with all your dreams and everything that you want to do. Everybody's going through stuff. We're all trying to figure it out. This life is not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all fail and we all have to shed. But I think, especially especially for you guys that follow me, I love the fact that everybody is so encouraged by their dream. And I love that. I love that community with you guys because that's so important, and you deserve. God God I have this thing inside of me. This is something that like I'm telling y'all when I'm feeling low or down, I tell myself this, and I probably tell myself this every day, or just I think about it. But we all go through life and things get hard and you get confused. And then you wake up in the morning. It's like every day you waking up. And, for a while there, I was be like confused, like I'm waking up, but I'm just feeling like I don't know what's going on with my days, or I'm feeling like I don't really like everything is just not the way I see it. Like, how do I get to the way I see it? How do I get there? You know what I'm saying? And I was reminded, I think by my grandmother, about how like if you woke up this morning, God has that plan for you. And I just think about it like even like every time I wake up and when I'm doing my morning routine and when I'm doing my night routine, I'm like, I woke up today. So there's still time. There's God still has a plan for me. So what I'm going through is not that bad. You know what I mean? It's not that bad because God is taking me through this. He's with me. He walks with me, you know? So I hope that answered your questions, and I hope you guys are having a good day. And guess what, y'all? We are at 200 subscribers. We are one away from 200 subscribers, technically. But we are at 200 subscribers, and I just love you guys. And thank you for being here. And I'm just so excited about the channel and having you guys with me, and like just wellness lovers, health lovers, ladies and gents, and just people that like just vibe together. I love it. So drop a comment. No matter what the comment is, I don't even care. Let's just say like I don't know, like 200. drop a comment on this live for 200. And I have a video coming for you guys. I've been like MIA. It's been finals. I have no excuses. It's just what it is. But I do have a video coming. I have a tripod that I hope it says it's supposed to get delivered today. So with this new tripod, the angles should be amazing. So I have a video for you guys, and I'm so excited. So there's so much more to come. This is gonna be a long road. So we're gonna be here. So we're gonna be here for a while. 200 subs! Yes, I'm so excited. I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great day, Noble Care. I hope your Saturday is amazing. See ya.